around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and you're going to find out in the next 15 minutes why we're the best town around as we talk about our Have a Heart food drive. So this is something that started way back in the 90s. Woodbridge Township has an effort between New Year's Day and February 14th, Valentine's Day, for people and businesses to donate either $214 or 214 pounds of food by 214. This has been a very, very successful drive. Basically, the reason for it is because a lot of people pay attention to food drives around Thanksgiving, around the holidays, and it's in everybody's mind, and there's drives and there's all kinds of things going on to help. And then kind of in January and February, things tend to fall off. It's cold weather, and people kind of forget the fact that hunger doesn't go away just because the holidays are over. So we've done this now for a long time. 2 years ago, we collected $39,848 in cash and 28,000 pounds of food. And Have a Heart 2021, that went way up to $90,291 and 31,000 pounds of food. So this was an amazing effort. And of course, we're hoping now that we can beat that. On top of all this, when COVID started, we recognized that probably our biggest issue in town as a local government that we have to deal with would be the issue of hunger. All the medical stuff is handled by the state and federal governments, and it's not things that we have a lot of decision-making power over, but we do have control over our food drives and how we can go about helping people. So we focused on that. We had major efforts, and during the pandemic so far, we have collected $332,915 and 45,000 pounds of food. That's on top of the 2 Have a Heart drives. So that is amazing. Peter Barcelona will talk a little later. He runs the food pantries for us. We went from serving 600 families to 1,400 plus families because of COVID and the number of people who are unemployed, out of work and unable to provide for their families. So we knew that would happen, and it did happen. And fortunately, we were prepared for that. And you're going to see a whole bunch of people today. Please turn off all your phones, like I said. I'm sorry about that. And I'm not starting over, so. Where was I? So we recognized that need, and fortunately we prepared for it. You're going to hear from all these great people as to what their role was. So the first one I'd like to call up is Rich Liebler from Sansone's Route 1 Auto Mall. Paul Sansone and his businesses have been tremendous contributors to Woodbridge Township. He, in particular, is associated with the food drives because way back in 1999, when we started the concerts, I was with the town as the CFO then. I wasn't mayor yet, but we started the shows on Monday nights. We had Do-Wop Mondays. And Paul had the idea of donating prizes, and every concert, if people brought a box or a can of food to the show, they would get a ticket, free ticket for the raffle for those prizes. And there was all kinds of things like TVs and stereos and GPSs and all kinds of electronic things, and it worked out so good that literally every summer we collected probably around 50,000 pounds of food strictly from Paul having the idea and making the donations. So this is a guy who's been in business here for over 60 years. He's a great benefactor for Woodbridge, and now I'd like to call up his representative, Rich Liebler, to make a presentation to We Feed Woodbridge. Say a few things.
You didn't tell me I had to talk. Mr. Sansone, sorry he couldn't be here today, but he's a major supporter, of Woodbridge Township, and we do whatever the mayor tells us to do.
Okay, very good. Let me have Peter come on up and stand next to Rich with this show the check and take a few pictures. In front, yeah, in front. I'll take the real check.
You'll take the check.
All right, very good, thank you. Please relay our thanks to Paul when you get back to the office. Okay, next up we have Amy Krazynski from Rsi Bank. She's already given us the real check, but we brought her here anyway so she could say a few words. And I know she probably doesn't want to say a few words, but come on up. Oh, she will. Okay, good. Where's your big check? Oh, there it is. Go ahead, Amy.
Thank you, Mayor.
Hi guys, my name is Amy Krazynski. I work for Rsi Bank out of our Woodbridge office. Rsi Bank has been contributing to the Have a Heart food drive for the past several years. This year, we were fortunate enough to donate $10,000 to the fundraiser. I know the money goes a long way. Peter Barcelona does an incredible job with the food pantries within Woodbridge Township, and it's truly an honor to be able to help out. Thank you.
Thank you. That's up front. I'll take that. You take this. All right. Next up, from Northfield Bank, we have Angie Circus, who's also a member of our Chamber of Commerce, past chairwoman of the Chamber of Commerce. Just gave up your term, right? Or you're about to?
I did, yes.
It just expired.
Just expired.
Okay, so she's the immediate past president of the Chamber of Commerce, and she represents Northfield Bank. Angie, can you please say a few words?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy New Year. Northfield Bank is proud to support this cause for Woodbridge. It is a tremendous, tremendous cause, and I hope everybody can help out. Peter Barcelona and the mayor do a wonderful job, and we have been contributing to this cause for several years, like Amy said, and we're proud to do so. Thanks again, and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
And here's the check.
The real check. Okay.
The real check.
Come on, Peter.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Next up, I'd like to call up Karen Barnes, who's the Executive Director of our Chamber of Commerce, and they participate with us. What we do is we send this letter of challenge about the $214 or pounds to all the businesses in the Chamber, to all the businesses in Woodbridge Economic Development Corporation, to all of our houses of worship, and I'll get to that in a second. But let me now ask Karen Barnes on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce to say a few words. And present a check.
Thank you, Mayor. It is the Chamber's pleasure to participate in this, and I'm so proud that all of the businesses here today presenting checks are all very big members of our Chamber, very supportive of the Chamber and certainly the town. We Feed Woodbridge is something that we can actually see and see where the food goes and helps everyone, and we want to be part of that. So thank you and Happy New Year, and I hope that this small donation from the Chamber is helpful as well. Mayor?
Thank you. And really what's most important about the Chamber is your effort to get the word out. That is absolutely fantastic, and we greatly appreciate it. Now we'd like to call up another local businesswoman, Sharon Mcgowan, who owns Not Just Bagels, and I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of waiting for them to reopen. Right? Am I right? What's taking so long? Sharon's here to present a check, and she is in the process of reopening. She bought her building, and she's renovating it now, and it's going to be open tomorrow? No. A couple of months, in the spring, in the late spring. So I want to introduce Sharon Mcgowan from Not Just Bagels.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sharon McAuliffe, like the mayor said, and I'm the owner of Not Just Bagels. And I just want to say that Peter Barcelona and the town do a great job helping to support families who are in need. And we have a small check, and hopefully it'll help to provide to the We Feed Foundation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sharon. Next up, I'd like to ask our councilwoman from the 5th Ward, Debbie Meehan, who always gets involved in this drive with the Colonia business community. They haven't been able to have their signature event, which is the, what do you call it, the food thing? Taste of Colonia, couldn't think of it. And that's a great fundraiser. She gets thousands of dollars for the effort there, but that'll come back soon as COVID winds down, hopefully. So let me ask Debbie Meehan to say a few words.
Good morning. So like the mayor said, we can't do our Taste of Colonia this year, but we will still be doing a collection in Colonia. I don't have the date yet to do a food drive. Sadly, we can't do that Taste of Colonia, and like the mayor said, we raised a lot of money to do that. So still, you know, all these businesses have given so much money, and they don't always get to see the people that it goes to. And I've been involved with a lot of stuff with the community, along with Peter on my side next to me, and these families are truly appreciative of everything that they're given, and we couldn't help these families without your generous donations. So please, if you can give $214, 214 pounds of food, a can of corn, anything can help these families. It really does go a long way. Thanks.
Thank you, Deb. I'd also like to thank the DeLuca Family Trust. They donated $2,500. They are not very much into the publicity. We dragged them out a couple of weeks ago before a council meeting and thanked them for all they do. They give to all kinds of different causes in Woodbridge, but their main benefactor is of We Feed Woodbridge. They also have given to the fire victims, to flood victims, you name it. That trust has been terrific. Now I'd like to call up the guy responsible for all of our food drive efforts. He works for our health department, and he's the middleman between getting the food from the donors to the donees. He's just the face of We Feed Woodbridge. He is an amazing human being. He's a deacon at St. Anthony de Padua Church in Port Reading. He cares about this community. He cares passionately about this issue of hunger in Woodbridge Township. And I'd like to now ask Peter Barcelona to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And, on behalf of We Feed and the 1,400 families plus that we serve, some of our pantries are represented here today. And they're actually the ones that do the work behind the scenes. I just kind of move the food from one place to another. We're making sure that the money is properly dispersed. As the mayor said, the community has been so generous to the sponsors that are here today. We truly appreciate your work throughout the year, Mr. Sansone, Northfield Bank, Rsi Bank, Not Just Bagels. The Chamber of Commerce has always been so helpful to us. The mayor and his administration. It takes a community actually to feed the community. And obviously we've had our challenges with the COVID pandemic, but we didn't miss a beat. The mayor said that we're approximately 1,400 families we're serving on a regular basis. We coordinate with the Board of Education, with Dr. Massimino, with the schools. It's a little challenging right now because the schools are remote, but we're working with the schools to have the drive go through and be extended through February. But on behalf of everybody that we serve and the volunteers that are behind the scenes at the food pantry every day, they're the heroes that are there working day in and day out with the clients, with the needs of the clients. Several of our pantries belong to the Community Food Bank at Hillside. We belong to Replenish, Mcfoods on Middlesex County. So we network with Wegmans, ShopRite, Panera Bread, Wawa. So we're constantly in the community networking with our business communities. And without their support, the pantries would not be thriving. So, Mayor, on behalf of myself and the people that we serve and the volunteers, we thank the administration and yourself and the community at large for their generosity.
Talk a little bit about what you do with the money, if you don't mind.
Yeah, the money, generally what we do with the money is we disperse it on a regular basis. Every couple months, each pantry will get $5,000, $6,000. We'll disperse $50,000 or $60,000 at a time. Some of those, like I said, some of those pantries belong to the Community Food Bank at Hillside. The money goes on the account up there. They buy food at a very, very reduced rate. The food is shipped into Woodbridge probably bi-monthly to their pantries directly. Gift cards are purchased for the local Wegmans, ShopRite, Lidl, those kind of ShopRite for people that have certain dietary needs or families that are in certain dietary needs. Some of our pantries get food on a weekly basis from the county, which is the Mcfoods warehouse, the Replenish warehouse. So the money is dispersed that way too. So it serves a variety of needs. It fills those voids where we generally wouldn't get those types of food from the community at that point. So.
Very good. Thank you. We have a few of our clergy members here. We have, I don't know your name, sir. You just find out you're from Evangel Church. And then Pastor Leslie Samuel, would you like to come up and say a few words? Nice to meet you. Very good.
All right, so I'm coming in behalf of Pastor Leslie Samuel and Evangel Church in Eastland. We have a food pantry there, and every year we feed the community through our program called Box of Hope to family needs in trailer communities or in the senior citizen. So we're very happy to be part of this community, and we have a plan already for this year to feed more communities.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And Evangel Church also gets involved with our Tooling Around the Town program, and actually did their own several months ago. They just got 15 houses in Woodbridge one weekend. It just went out and fixed them all up. It was great. We also have Jake from the Avenel Presbyterian Church, who doesn't even live in Woodbridge, but he's one of my favorite guys who doesn't live in Woodbridge. Jake is from Avenel Pres. You want to say anything, Jake? And we have Bob from Woodbridge Presbyterian, and we have Peggy from St. James. If either of you two want to come up also. Are you letting Bob do the talking?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You know how I feel about you.
I know, man. You're the best. You're the
You're
best.
the best. I want to thank you, Peter, and all the merchants and banks in Woodbridge area. Without you, we would really be in a bad state. And without all your effort that you make for all the food pantries throughout the whole year, I want to thank you very much. You are the best mayor that I know of. Thank you.
You gotta get out of that. Well, and he doesn't even live in Woodbridge. You can't even vote for me, for crying out loud. Can I make you like an honorary citizen or something, Jake, based on all the work you do? All right. I also want to introduce Mark Zeno. He's from our Community Affairs, Police Department Community Affairs Unit. Mark is out in the community. Everybody knows him. Everybody likes him. He's the guy that settles disputes, and every time there's an issue that we can't handle, Mark has a way of going out and diffusing everything, and he has people who are enemies one day, the next day he talks to them, and suddenly they're best friends. That's the kind of guy he is. He's our face of the Woodbridge PD, and we're proud of the job he does. So thank you, all of you, for coming. Thank you to our volunteers. You know, you're the ones on the front lines. You're the ones that see the people. These people get the money to Peter and to us. We get it to you. But you're the ones that bag the food, collect the food, sort the food, figure out who needs what, who gets what, like Peter said, dietary, who needs different things for their kids, whatever. You guys are angels. You do a great job for our community. So thank you all very much. And thank you all for watching.